Hey guys, Josie here. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Now in this video, I want to talk to you about intuition and how you can really listen to that voice of your intuitive guidance. You know, intuition is our protection mechanism. It really wants to protect us. But how many people actually listening and paying attention? You know, don't date that person, this person is trouble. Or don't eat at this restaurant, you're gonna get sick. Or don't watch the horror movie, you won't be sleeping for 3 days. So that intuition is that guidance that always with us. We are tuned into it, but we choose not to listen. So I wanted to give you some ideas on how you can actually become the master and follow that intuitive guidance that wants to serve you. Alright, so I hope this video helps you guys. Let's get right into it. So the first way for you to master your own intuition is enthusiasm. Is waking up with an open heart, full of joy, and finding more and more reasons to remain in that state of enthusiasm and joyful being, you know, because it's so important when you are overwhelmed with fear. Remember, fear, everything else, there's all emotions, there are weight. They weigh you down. If you're trying to listen to your intuition, you won't be able to. You will ignore this because fear is much stronger emotion. So that's how many people cannot understand their intuitive guidance, because they're so overwhelmed with these low vibrational emotions, anxiety, fear, shame, blame, and so on. So it's about finding a way to be, enthusiastic. If you want to become master of your intuition, you need to develop these emotions in you in whatever possible ways. So the second way to master your intuition is learn yourself. Study people who have written about intuition. There are hundreds of books out there. There are people who spend their lives studying intuition, putting it into a book so it will serve you. Understand yourself. How does your intuition is connecting with you? Begin to recognize that inner voice within you. Learn the practices, learn the tools. Go to your library, search online resources. There's so many ways you can find information these days. So all you have to do is just put the time and effort to know yourself. It's a great tattoo. Know thyself. So number 3, go into silence. We live in this crazy world that is obsessed with, devices and distractions. We can't focus. You talk to somebody for 5 minutes, they lose you. They lose their attention span. So in our world, it's so vital to find a place to go into that inner silence. I come into this room a few times a day. When I need a break, from work, I would come here, and it's a really small place. So I'd close the door and I will turn off the lights. I will light up a candle and I will stare at that candle, just go into this kind of trance where my mind just surrenders, and then I listen to silence. Hear that silence everywhere. I could be on a train, but because I know that silence, if I am not focused on silence, my mind can just get out of control. But I always remember silence. In silence, that's where you can hear the voice of your intuition clearly. That's where intuitive guidance, really crystal clear, authentic voice that speaks in your face, that you cannot ignore, that is very peaceful, very clear, and very authentic to you. It feels right. When you make peace with your own intuition, you begin to trust it more and more. But you need to be able to listen to it. You need to get into silence. So, and finally, if you really want to master your own intuition, the 3 words I need you to remember: present moment awareness. Present moment awareness. When you shift your focus from thinking about the past or imagining the future, because that's where your mind is most of the time, right? It's either remembering everything that has happened to you before, you're reliving your events of your past, or it's imagining, it's dreaming about the future. So when you put your attention into this present moment, that's when you become sort of timeless. That's when you just have the access to everything that you need, that source of universal goodness. You're connected to it through that present moment awareness. The more often you bring your attention into the present moment, now how do you do this? For example, if you read a book, right? You can be so deeply connected with the characters and the story, and you can have this emotional, connection. What's going to happen at the end of the book? You're imagining, you're worrying, but when you shift your focus, and then you notice the actual paper, right? You notice the words printed on that paper. You can feel the structure and texture of that paper. That's when you're really in that present moment awareness, right? When you disconnect from the story and bring your attention into here and now, you notice I'm reading a book. Josie is reading a book. So that's your present moment awareness. You can look at the beautiful sunset and you notice every single color now. That could be pinks and purples and just glorious golden colors. That's your present moment awareness. You're here and now. So the more you return into that present moment awareness, the more connected to your intuition you will be, because it can only speak to you in that present moment awareness. All right? So here you go, guys, some thoughts on how you can master your own intuition. I hope this video helped you. If you want to share stories, as always, put them in the comment section below. And I'm sending you love. I'm sending you light. Be well. I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.